Hello and welcome to the final project for EME 2040. The final project is all about technology trends in your certain field. My field is the medical field, and the topic I will be talking about today is telemedicine. So, what exactly is telemedicine? Telemedicine refers to the practice of caring for patients remotely when the provider and patient are not physically with each other. As you could probably tell, this is super prevalent right now with everything going on in the world. A lot of people don't want to go visit their doctors in person in fear of contacting and contracting COVID. So the importance of telemedicine to the medical field, this technology has been integrated into the medical field for quite some time now. Online consultations and appointments have been going on for a long time, but recently, like I mentioned, it's been used more than ever with the global pandemic happening. People can't just visit their doctors. A lot of doctors don't want that many people coming into their offices either, unless it's something serious, out of fear of getting everyone else in that office sick. And telemedicine really is changing how patients and doctors see each other. Advantages and disadvantages. So pros and cons. The pros, less traveling. Patients don't have to go anywhere to visit their doctor. They could simply just set up an appointment online and do it through Zoom, FaceTime, any type of communication software. And in the medical field, those aren't the ones used because they're not as secure as others. Comfort of the patient's own home. The patient doesn't have to leave to visit the doctor, and it can make them feel a lot more comfortable being in their own home when it comes to discussing things that usually they would mention to a doctor in their office, or they might not feel as comfortable as they would in their own home. Easier to attend. Like I said, you don't have to travel, you don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to leave your house early to catch an appointment or wait at an office for 30 minutes until it's your turn. You could just simply wait for your time to get the notification that the doctor is ready, and just like that, you have an appointment and a consultation with the doctor. And how it benefits the doctors is it gives them a wider patient base. So let's give an example. If a doctor is located in Tampa, they could have a patient all the way in Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, St. Pete. They could have it from anywhere because that patient doesn't have to physically go to their office to be their patient. They could stay where they are and still have the exact same doctor. So it gives the doctors a lot more patients and people to work with. Cons. No physical examinations. So this one is very important because some things aren't going to look as clear through a camera as they would in person. You don't have dimensions. You don't have an up-close angle. Even if they put the camera up super close, it's not going to be the same as if the doctor could see it with his own two eyes in person. Faulty equipment. So patients might have old computers, old tablets, non-upgraded software, bad internet, bad connection, which could make it hard to get a call go through or even a decent conversation without cutting out or having the equipment bug out. Cyber attacks. So data breaches and things like that, like I mentioned, doctors do not use things like Zoom or FaceTime for security issues. But, and as I mentioned before with faulty equipment, if a client doesn't have their software updated, it could make it easier for their information and that call to be attacked and breached. So their information could potentially be exposed. While it's unlikely, it's still a con. And regulations and law changes. Like I mentioned with the wider patient base, different states have different laws. If someone in, let's say, Georgia had a doctor from Tampa, laws in Georgia in terms of medicine and medical practicing are going to be different than in Florida. So doctors have to adjust for that, and it could become very difficult to manage that. Future of telemedicine. So telemedicine has been used more than ever with COVID-19 ongoing. Some stats on that. over 50% of physicians utilize telemedicine. 76% of U.S. hospitals use telemedicine to connect with patients, and it is being used worldwide. Using telemedicine in the future, it's being proven every day that this really is the future. More and more doctors are beginning to use it, and it's showing more satisfied customers as they could just relax and have all the work be done for them. They don't have to worry about anything. All right, conclusion. So what I think about it. I personally think it's a good idea, but I don't think it's really going to replace physical in-person examinations, because that really does help the doctor a lot more in determining the severity of situations, whether it's an injury, an illness, or anything. Being in person lets the doctor get a better look and spend more time with that patient instead of just having a 30-minute appointment over the phone because other people have to do it too. Overall, I do think it's a really good idea, though. Final reflection, just some stuff about the class. And with that being said, thank you for everything.